my kitchen. Bienvenidos a mi cocina. Today I am bringing you a recipe for homemade cream cheese. This recipe is really simple to make, so stick around. For the ingredients, you're going to need 3 cups of whole milk, 3 tablespoons of vinegar, a pinch of salt, and 1 tablespoon of butter. So now we're going to head over to the stove and start making our cream cheese. We're going to turn our flame to medium-low, and we're going to let the milk just simmer and not boil. While our milk is heating up, you want to remember to constantly stir the milk so that it doesn't burn at the bottom. Once you start to notice that your milk is sticking to the edges of the pot, you want to add your vinegar. And you're going to add the vinegar a little at a time. As you can see, the milk is already starting to separate and curdle. Now you want to stir your milk so that you can incorporate the vinegar throughout the milk. And at this point, you want to turn your flame down from medium to low. And you want to continue stirring your milk so that it doesn't scorch at the bottom. So now I'm going to add a little more vinegar. And if you don't have vinegar, you could use any citric fruit, lime, lemon, whatever you have. I find making cheese so fascinating. The whole science behind the separation of the curds and the whey is just amazing to me. And the fact that you can actually make cheese or cream cheese is awesome. I mean, with the prices of everything in the stores nowadays, you can't even shop. So if you can make your own homemade food, it's better. You save yourself a lot of money. So as you can see, we're getting larger and larger clumps, and that's what we want. So we're gonna continue cooking the milk on low. And now we're adding the last little drop of vinegar to the milk. So at this point, we're basically done. I'm gonna just put the top back on the pot. I'm gonna turn the flame off, and I'm gonna let the pot just hang out for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'll be back. Now we're gonna pour off the whey from the curdles. And I'm using a strainer to catch all the curdles. And when you're making cheese, don't throw away the whey. The whey is very beneficial. You can use it in all sorts of things when you're cooking. You can use it in soups. You can use it in smoothies. So many things. You can use it in cakes. You can also use it as a fertilizer when you're gardening. You can save it in the refrigerator for about a week, or you can freeze it for up to a year. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is squeeze out as much liquid as I can. I don't want to make my cheese too dry. If you accidentally squeeze too much of the liquid out, you can add maybe a tablespoon or 2 of whey back into the cheese, and you can moisturize it that way. If I was making queso fresco, farmer's cheese, or white cheese, I would squeeze all of the water out. You want to squeeze as much liquid out of your cheese so that it will be dry. In this case, we don't want to do that. We want to keep some moisture into our milk curdles. So next, we're going to add in our salt, and we're going to add just a pinch of salt. And you don't want to oversalt your cheese, because once you oversalt it, it's really hard to unsalt it. So it's easier to add than to subtract. So now I'm just going to taste a little bit to see if I need to add a little bit more salt to it. and it tastes like I need a little bit more salt. So I'm just going to add another pinch of salt to it. Once your cheese is to your liking, then you're going to add the cheese to a blender or a food processor. We're going to blend the cheese for about 3 to 5 minutes until we have a nice smooth paste. If at any time your cheese seems like it's too dry, add about a tablespoon of whey to it. And what you want is a creamy, smooth consistency. You don't want any grains in your cream cheese. If you do have grains in it, you want to blend it a little bit more. Now, a problem that I had when I made this a while back was I cooked the milk too long in a pot, and it made the curds too hard. So no matter how much I blended the cheese, it still had grains in the throughout the cream cheese, and it wasn't smooth enough. So you want to be careful not to overcook your milk. I blended my cream cheese for about 4 minutes, and every blender is different, so you may have to do it a little bit longer or a little shorter. So you're just going to check it as you go, and as you can see, my cream cheese is nice and creamy, and that's exactly what you want. So if you're a long-time follower, you know that my channel is basically homemade everything. Some things I may not make homemade, but 95% of the time I'm making everything from scratch. I have a video on how to make Queso fresco, or in English, farmer's cheese. And I've tried to make cream cheese before, but I overcooked the milk, like I said before, and it didn't turn out so great. But this time it turned out perfect. As the cream cheese starts to get a little cooler, it will start firming up. But right now it's still soft and creamy, as you can see, and smooth. So I'm gonna go over and get my crackers that I made today so that I can show you how easy it is to spread over crackers. And just like any cream cheese, if you was to go to the store to buy cream cheese and you put it in the refrigerator, it's going to firm up. And when you leave it out at room temperature, it gets a lot softer. And this recipe gave me about 6 ounces of cream cheese because my bowl is about 12 ounces. So now I'm going to show you how it spreads over the cracker. Now for the taste test. Here it goes. And it's perfect. It's the right texture. The consistency is perfect. It's smooth. It's creamy. It has no lumps or no grains. And this is how you make cream cheese. There's a lot of recipes out there online. You're going to see a lot of videos, and they are complicated. But this is the perfect, in my opinion, the perfect and the closest recipe you're going to get to making cream cheese. Well, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and you can follow me on Facebook and my Facebook group called Cooking the Cuban Way. You can also stop by my YouTube store and check out the YouTube store to see if you want to buy a few things. And you can follow me also on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.